venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. On one sideline, the head coach of the Steelers. His guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. Along the opposing sideline, head coach of the Lions, Dan Campbell. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Hewer, the All-Pro Chris Boswell on for the kick. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
He's going to bring this down to their 35. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Motioning Williams left. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first 2 plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only 1 play away from putting points on the board.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down. Now, this is a list that hurts a lot more this time of year. They need every one of these guys out there as they fight for a spot in the postseason.
It is all hands on deck the rest of the way, and every guy who's been lost at some point this season, his presence is surely sorely missed out there. Every team's fighting for a playoff spot, Kate. In the same boat at this point, it's a war of attrition. And who's got the ones standing and fighting at the end? Often the ones who make a postseason run.
And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Here we go. 180. What's up?
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Cut. Block 20.
Out of the shotgun, gone. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Kate, you know this. All those amazing essays you wrote at Cal. That start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
Fox now to kick this one away.
For the Lions.
This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led by the quarterback who helped lead Ohio State to last season's national championship. It's Will Howard.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. A lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Howard. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns.
Rick Flair.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Black 20, hot. Black 20.
From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Goff on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Goff setting to throw. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Of all the players out there, right, the coach on the field, the quarterback, well, he's got to know that play was dead in the water. At that point, just minimize the loss. Can't be tackled that far behind the line.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. It's Johnson on 2nd down. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Dan Campbell getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
We go tonight.
Goff back to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throw on the ball?
Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He lofts it deep right side. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Steelers headed back out on offense as we'll get another look here, Brock, at Will Howard. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. A give to Johnson to start this drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Ready.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap here to Howard. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man And that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, here we go. Move it, my team.
They'll throw, third and long. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's fourth down now.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
We go tonight.
Shotgun snap here to go. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's found many a gift in the end zone this season. As we work through December, he is currently tops in the league in rushing scores.
Let's go now. Three.
They'll run with Johnson. And he'll goal his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the Lions' 5-yard line.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Let's go. 19. Chuck.
Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10.
Like 20.
Now gone. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5.
Second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Gall. That's to Laporta again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for second down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Throwing is gone. He's going deep. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up third down.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Third and long for him here. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Howard looking to throw. Going with a screen to Johnson. And he'll work this one out to the 28. Avonte Maddox up for that tackle.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Third and short, Howard. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
For a Steelers first down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10. Here's Howard. Setting up the running back screen. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Completed left side to Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Howard, 1st and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Boswell able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
20! We gotta push it up, we gotta push it up, we gotta push it up!
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Goff now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Pulled in at the 20. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Howard. He's got Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. This is Austin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, set! 79!
Now it's Johnson. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap here to Howard. This finds Smith. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
From the gun on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down from the 42. Now the give to Johnson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Howard. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. They'll throw for it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he won't escape. They converge on him, drive him backwards after that catch. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He finds space for a few yards that time. Darius Slay with the stop.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Black 20! What's that?
Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Connects with him down the sideline. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap here to Goff. This one's caught. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Goff back to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto and a sack.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. This from 35 yards away. Bates' kick is up and good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Stay up. Cougar 19.
Trying the left side with Johnson. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Howard. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, you love to see it, Brock. One of the big guys stealing an interception and then running with it for a while. Always a treat. Those are such fun plays.
Why do you love it? I love it. Everybody watching loves it. It's because those big guys don't get chances like this very often.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 10.
Fox now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Well, this has been a talking point all year, Brock. He's really had to shoulder the load for this offense all season, and look at where it's led him. More completions in a season than any quarterback in history.
It all comes with the territory of being an NFL quarterback. You're the be-all and end-all of your offense so many times. And for this group especially this year, to his credit, I think he's even exceeded their expectations on his way to this piece of history.
Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 4 yards. And
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
They've got first down here from the 36. Going with Johnson here. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First and 10. Here's Howard. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Howard looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and short. Howard finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Let's go.
Now a carry by Johnson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Howard to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Malik Robertson takes it away. That last interception gave him a chance to take the lead, partner. And now their defense gets them another one, so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense letting them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go get us a 2-score advantage this time.
And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Another one for Gibbs. It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Goff on 3rd. Finds the in route complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that just shows the level of preparedness this defense had coming into the game. They recognized the jet sweep from the start, and they nailed it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Goff. Big game continuing for Laporta. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
We go tonight.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And it's out of bounds. Took a bounce, and it's going to be marked right along the 30-yard line. The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And even though he's only a rookie, he's played like a seasoned veteran this year. Right now, he's the guy who, if the season ended this instant, would be going home with that Offensive Rookie of the Year award. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He finds Woods. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They'll run this with Johnson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Howard. Austin's there to haul it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Here's Johnson. He has room past the 25. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Johnson. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, he made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
From the gun on third down. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Well, this is the continuation of one of the greatest scoring seasons in recent memory, Brock. For the first time since 2006, we've got a running back who's reached 20 touchdowns in a single season. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it 17-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Screen here for Gibbs. Escapes a defender. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he gets a 1 as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Give him 24 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Goff setting to throw. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Here we go. 180.
From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They go play action with Goff. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 17.
Fox now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Howard to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Howard now to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions gonna go on offense here late in the half. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. We've set it downs for them from the 31. On 1st down, it's Goff. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
38-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Goff to the air now. Big strike here to Williams. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. Bates now for the point after.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Steelers 17.
Fox now to kick this one away.
Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Dante Kent with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Steelers getting to take the field one more time here in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Here's Howard, 1st and 10. Absolutely fires this one right side. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
Throwing again here, Howard. He's going to try another deep one here. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Howard throwing on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down right at the 30.
It's a gain of 11.
So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Final 3 weeks of the season are already upon us, and I'll come out and say it. It's when playoff teams become also-rans, and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our look at the NFL starts now. In Charlotte, the Panthers at home to take on the Bucs in an NFC South matchup. And it's the man who had a cup of coffee with Carolina, Baker Mayfield. A 17-yard touchdown pass. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Michael Wilson. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Cardinals would go on to a 12-point victory. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the New England Patriots. And look at the big fella go. It's Derrick Henry. He's going to get the carry here, and look at him go. The Ravens would go on to a 28-17 victory. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things getting interesting now as the regular season starts to wind down. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Fox now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Howard looking to throw. Finds Woods. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On first down, Howard. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Lions are gonna have it after his second interception of the season.
Kate, can I be honest with you about something right here? I'm really curious about young quarterbacks when they struggle. Yeah, and there's part of me that, yeah, this isn't great, and he's going through tremendous adversity. But I love that he continues to be aggressive.
He takes it down to the 33. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. When you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there.
He's tackled at the
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Goff off the play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to it.
And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They give to Johnson to start this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and short, Howard. Austin's there to haul it in. This is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
A 2-yard.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Howard to throw on 4th. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And the Lions will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
I mean, where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away. You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage, and you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Off play action, Goff. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line.
A gain of 19
They get 19 on that pickup.
That's good.
And that is
For
good for
Lions.
Detroit first down.
You know I love those
First and
chunk
10 at the
completions. They're so
32-yard
critical.
line.
Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
120.
From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Goff on 3rd. Complete to St. Brown. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
13 yards on the play.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Receiver in motion, he's headed right. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
8 yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 3-yard line.
Awesome. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
You get down in these compacted areas, Kate, and things happen so fast. Those defenders, well, they fly around the field between the 20s, but you get inside the red zone, and they deliver with some viciousness. And that time the hit, well, knocks the ball free and gives that defense a possession.
The Steelers offense headed out. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Setting him on the dive. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 5-yard gain.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A gain of 5. And the Steelers.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Johnson again. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Tyleek Williams in on the play.
Tyleek Williams on the stop. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Howard. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
This one's caught. Smith has it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Johnson up the middle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Finds him over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 43. Now an inside give to Johnson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Robert Woods. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. Smith. He loses the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And they take him down right along the 30.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He finds Woods. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. To the air, Howard. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
14 yards.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Howard. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Third and just 2 to go.
Here we go, set.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Dan Campbell getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. They'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by the 4-time All-Pro Cameron Hayward.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Hits his running back. He gets it up a little shy of midfield. Holcomb there on the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
So out now comes the punter. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And when a team passes the football as they have in this one, Brock, especially when it's been a strength of theirs all season, you expect to see them leading at this point.
You do, but I don't know why I'm hearing John Wood in my head right now. That difference between activity and achievement. Sure, it's been a lot of yards and been nice, but you got to achieve. You got to find a way to pay it off with a W.
Now the give to Johnson. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground again with Johnson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Howard looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And this one does not go far.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Howard looking to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll run this with Johnson. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tyleik Williams, the 1st-round rookie out of The Ohio State University, in there for the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Steelers have a 1st down.
That's another Steelers 1st.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Steelers football, a nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Now a carry by Johnson. He gets him inside the 40, and that's a gain of about 9 yards on the play. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Howard now to throw. It's a screen play to Warren. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Throwing here, Howard. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
The coverage by Jack Campbell.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15.
14 yards.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Howard to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Brought in, and he's tackled for a short gain.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Goff on 3rd. Right, reels it in. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out. They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Punt taken at midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Now it's Johnson. He got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Completed left side to Smith. And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
And the Steelers, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Going with Johnson here. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Tyreek
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Howard. Gets this to Woods. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, partner, maybe not the record that most people think of when it comes to quarterbacks, but it's certainly an impressive accolade for him. The most completions in a single game.
Yeah, it feels like this was communicated beforehand, right in the play. And listen, we're running everything through you. You're carrying us. And to his credit, this quarterback brought his A game, some of the best throws of his career.
From the gun, Johnson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Complete out to the right. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown,
The Steelers now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25.
The Lions take over first
Dan
and
Campbell
10.
getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end.
A gain of 10
An
yards.
even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. So 20 yards on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Tight end going in motion here. Goff on 1st and 10. Checks it down to Gibbs. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And the defense gets the stop to deny that first down. It's still a very good game. They picked up 12, 3rd and short.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Trying to sneak here, Goff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They go play action with Goff. This one to Williams out left side. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Goff to the air now. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. That play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They're going to throw again. Goff. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 31.
Fox now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for the Lions.
Kent on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as they get started, we get to see some of the first-year players who've taken this league by storm and are leading our race for Offensive Rookie of the Year. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on 1st down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Throwing now, Howard. Oh no, they get him yet again! Kirby Joseph picks it!
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walk in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one. Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Block 20!
From the gun, Goff. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. the ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make when in reality, in this game in the fourth quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play, salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a two-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
The kick is off the mark, no good. And they fail to make this a two-score ball game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a two-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been the death knell. But the miss, you just see it. It breathes some new life into the opposing sideline.
Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Howard. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Howard to throw. He's got Smith again. And they make the tackle at the 38. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Howard now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
8 yards to go.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Here we go.
They'll run with Johnson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Go.
It's Johnson again. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Hold on. Block 20.
Here's Goff. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
180.
Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st down from the 41.
Come on. 180.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 1st down throw from Goff. Dump off caught by his back. Down the sideline inside the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
Another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10.
Gibbs now from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Into traffic, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
It's inside the 10. And they're going to be set up, Brock, with 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
Like 20.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
He'll look to throw it. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have taken the lead late. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 38.
Fox now to kick this one away.
To kick off for the Lions.
Kent on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Completed left side to Smith. And he's brought down after a short gain.
4 yards on the
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Setting up to pass. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
1st and 10. Here's Howard. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
On 1st down, Howard. This finds Smith. Across the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. Escapes the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.